So one of those things I think that also bothered me, a big memory of mine was I used to wet the bed till I was like 8 or 9. Maybe it was 9. I remember going to a friend's house and like being super embarrassed. Like I don't know, the one friend that I had, I went to his house to spend the night and I totally wet the bed, didn't tell anybody, and left. Like, so embarrassed. We didn't have those cool briefs that these kids have these days. Although that would have been embarrassing to put them on. I don't know. I don't know how you go spend the night somewhere and then have to put on this child diaper. But that would have been nice to have then. I don't know if I talked to that kid anymore after. I didn't ask or they didn't say anything. I don't know. Man, I was like 8 or 9 when that happened, so that was kind of terrible. Also, man, I think so. My little guy, he deals with constipation. I don't know if you've had a kid doctor that dealt with constipation. I dealt with constipation when I was a kid, and this is where I'll have a story of my stepdad. I I remember, man, I don't know how long it was. It seemed like it got so bad that he just made me sit there until I went. And I think one day it was so bad that I stayed there for like 6 hours before I went. It was the most painful, excruciating torture of my life. When I see my kids struggle with this, like, I'm instantly like, I guess the nurse in me is like, let's get a little laxative in you, kid. Um, but man, I remember it was so hard for me to, and I don't know if it's ADD. Gosh, I don't know what it was. Maybe it's my crappy diet. You know, a lot of these kids, I think, if you've got autism or ADHD, I think diets kind of suffer. It's a lot more, you're doing a lot more sweet stuff and kind of enriched white bread, stuff that will constipate you more. Because I don't think I was taking any meds that really made that happen. I remember being at school and not being able to go to the bathroom. I couldn't poop at school, you know? Like, I would just hold it in, no matter how much pain I was in. I remember getting that urge, like, I mean, I remember in through middle school, and, no, it wasn't really middle school. It was mostly elementary school, but I remember getting that urge and, like, you know, clenching things to make it go away. But it would come back in, like, I don't know, 20 minutes. And it was terrible. And, oh gosh, scared of the enema. Um, my little boy is funny though. He he sits there and I know he needs to go when he's like, Daddy, we need to go home. Like, why, buddy? Like, we're at a playground having fun, and he comes up to me and he's like, Dad, we need to go home. He won't ever come out and tell me. Or like, Dad, can I sit on your lap? I'm like, why do you want to sit on my lap, kid? I mean, I love you, but why do you want to sit on my lap? And he's like, because he wants to push it back in. And I'm like, no, no, bud, we're gonna go sit until you go. It never takes that long. It never took 6 hours for him, but oh my gosh, like that is like some of the most heart wrenching things as a parent is if you've got a constipated kid and them trying to go and you've done your part with the laxatives and there's all that compaction, right? And they're just screaming and writhing in pain. It's like the most torturous thing you can hear as a parent. Holy crap. Oh my gosh. My 7 year old. Both of my kids have busted their heads open though. Slippery floors. I don't know. They're just boys, I guess. They just get hurt. They haven't broken anything yet. I actually never broke anything, surprisingly. I didn't grow up in. I mean, I split my chin open. There was this. I don't know what I was thinking, but there was this. Man, I think I was 5 or 6. Just learned to ride a bike. And my story is, I didn't hit a tree like normal kids. There was this little hill that went right into the side of a brick building. And for whatever reason, I don't know what I was thinking, but I got on my bike and I just went right down this little hill straight into the wall. Busted my head straight open. Um, Sorry, my chin, not my head. But yeah, still have that scar. Anyways.